So welcome everybody to the Economic and Cultural Development Committee 2025-3 today, the 22nd of April. In attendance we've got Councillor Madsen, Deputy Mayor Johnnick, Mayor Teresa Harding, Councillor Doyle, Councillor Antonelli, Councillor Martin and Councillor Madden. We've got a full house just about, so thank you for everyone attending. We've got no apologies. Acknowledgement of country, I'll pass over to Councillor Doyle.
Thank you, Chair. Ipswich City Council respectfully acknowledges the traditional owners as custodians of the land and waters we share. We pay our respects to their elders past, present and emerging as the keepers of the traditions, customs, cultures and stories of proud people.
Thank you, Councillor Doyle. Declarations, I don't have any. Deputy Mayor Johnnick seems to have one.
I just wanted to make a declarable conflict of interest in relation to item 2, in accordance with section 150 EQ of the Local Government Act. I note that the report is receive and noting for sponsorship allocations. However, I am a member of the executive for the Ipswich Turf Club, and I am a life member of the Willowbank Raceway as well, not an executive or part of the executive for that one. Because it is receive and note only, and this has been dealt
with previously,
I am asking councillors if I can remain in the meeting and vote as it is receive and note. However,
yeah, I do. Thank you, Deputy Mayor. I do note that when it came to committee previously, one item you stayed for, one item you left for, but I'm happy for you to stay because it's just receive a note.
Yeah, I would agree with that, Chair. Obviously didn't participate in the original vote, so this is just,
yeah, okay.
For information purposes, really.
So I move that Deputy Mayor stays for the item 2. All those in favour? That's unanimous and carries. So Deputy Mayor will be able to stay.
Thanks.
Okay, great. So we'll move on to business outstanding. I don't have anything on my agenda. So we'll move on to the confirmation of the minutes of the 18th of March. Has anyone got any questions of that? Everyone's read it? Yep. So if I can have a mover, Councillor Madden, seconder, Councillor Doyle. Discussions? No. I'll put that to the vote. All those in favour? Yeah, it's unanimous and carried. So we'll move on to the officers' report, which is item 2, which is the quarterly event sponsorship and ticket allocation report, January to March 2025. Do we have any questions for the relevant officer on this report? No? If I can have a mover for that report, thanks, Councillor Doyle, and a seconder. No one, Councillor Martin, thank you very much. Open for discussion? No? For me, I just wanted to point out, I know that we've had a number of these sponsorship deals come through recently, but I just wanted to point out the CMC Rocks event, which I attended. Not my flavour of music, but I thoroughly enjoyed myself. I did spend a number of hours at the event, and I spoke to a lot of different people from different areas. They came from Wagga Wagga, Lismore, New Zealand, Melbourne, Rockhampton. So there was a lot of people from a lot of different areas. So we can see how important this event is, particularly to Ipswich. Probably their main concern when talking to them was they would like the event to remain in Ipswich. So that was the feedback. I just want to it's probably just a point of just what I felt about, because the point is about the hospitality ticketing. If I can say the hospitality, I think myself and Councillor Martin were there, and I just feel maybe we were stuck in the corner a little bit when potential partners were coming in, they couldn't see where we're at. So I feel that we potentially might have needed a sign at the front, because there's, there were thousands of people, so maybe a sign to direct them to where the actual event was happening. So that's all. That's only my feedback on that. So, yep. Councillor Doyle.
Thank you, Chair. Just some brief commentary. Obviously, 3 of Ipswich's signature events there with the Ipswich Show, the Turf Club for the Ipswich Cup, and then Willowbank Raceway. We've all been discussing this morning about the change in weather, and that always coincides with Ipswich Show. So that's the first one out of the gate. So really looking forward to the Ipswich Show, and then we move through obviously to the Ipswich Cup, which is in everyone's diaries, certainly in Ipswich. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Doyle. Anyone else? No? Okay, I'll put that to the vote. All those in favour? That's unanimous and carried. So item 3 is the Nicholas Street Precinct, March 2025, Nicholas Street Precinct Project Control Group. So this is a report that comes every month. Does anyone have any questions on this?
Yes.
Okay.
May need to be closed.
Okay, so how do we know if it's May?
Well, it'll be commercial in confidence.
But you said May. Is it a yes or a no?
Then it is,
okay.
yes.
All right, so
So do you wish to move that we go into closed session?
Well, yes, if that's okay. Yeah, I'll move. But I don't have the selections in front of me as to the exact subsection, but it is commercial in confidence. So,
all right, so
I am as the chair. If you have the list in front of you as to what subsection we utilise, I'm happy to move that one.
I've got this section here. I was just wanting to know if you knew definitely it was part of the confidential part of the brief or not. That's what I was just trying to clarify. So it is. So we can move into a closed session.
If you'd like to move the appropriate section and subsection, I'll second it.
All right.
Chair.
So I'll move that in accordance with section 254J 3G of the Local Government Regulations 2012, the meeting move into a closed session to discuss item 3 titled Nicholas Street Precinct March 2025 Nicholas Street Precinct Project Control Group. Do I have a seconder? Councillor Antonelli. All right, so so put that to the vote. All, yep, going into close, that's unanimous. And so the meeting's closed at 12. All right, so we've just come back from closed session, just discussing some confidential matters to do with item 3, but if we don't have any more questions, I'll see if anyone wants to move item 3. Oh, thanks, Councillor Doyle. Second, have I got a seconder for that? Thanks, Mayor Harding. Discussion? I'll go. I was great, a couple of us, I was there with the Mayor at the Anytime Fitness opening. Anytime Fitness, this particular one has got some really great new machines in their venue. So, and a couple of added performance, items there as well, which is great to see. A couple of us also went to the greenhouse therapy opening between meetings. So I know Councillor Doyle and Councillor Antonelli and the Mayor went down to see that great business opening, and I'm just reflecting on the attendance, and this is just for February, so the counters say that the visitations was 158,000 in February, and to venue was 29,000. And that's 50,000 more than February 2024. So, the numbers are there. So let's keep on going. I think there's a lot more the space can offer as we grow as a city, and as people know that we're open for business here in the town centre. So, yeah. Anyone else? Mayor Harding?
Thank you, Chair. I was delighted to join you at the ribbon cutting for Anytime Fitness the other weekend. It's good to have this corner now tenanted, and just driving by even this morning, about 6:30 this morning, just to see the number of people milling around that corner and the top of town going in their coffee there was really great to see, and we'll expect that an increased number of people coming there as well, and that activity in the top of town. The report shows the precinct had 50,000 more visitors in February this year than it did February last year, so it's great to see that growth in our reinvigorated CBD. And our recent leasing reinforces market confidence and reinforces Council's commitment to its success for the benefit of the Ipswich community.
Thank you, Mayor. Councillor Doyle?
Thank you, Chair. I think you and the Mayor have addressed a lot of the points I was going to raise, so I won't go over that.
Yes.
Just to say it's very pleasing to see this project obviously nearing its final stages. It is a catalytic project, which I think is forgotten by some people along the way, that we won't see those instant, it's been a gradual development, and we'll see the benefits of that well into the coming years. So the nature of a catalytic project, hopefully it will continue to give back, something we've been looking forward to for a very long time. Thank you.
Thank you, and I agree with you. I've spoken to a number of people. I myself didn't used to frequent the mall very often, but talking to people that have come into the Nicholas Street precinct of recent times have just absolutely raved about what we've done in there compared to what it was. So I'm thinking that it's a very positive project for our city at large. Yeah.
And you're right, whether it's long-term businesses in the top of town, existing long-term residents, new residents, but I guess my favourite is those Ipswich residents that have moved away and have come back to visit, and they're just astounded by the beautiful civic space that has been created and the wonderful precinct. So, yeah.
Thank you, Councillor Doyle. Okay, so I'll put that to the vote. All those in favour? All those, Councillor Martin as well. So that's unanimous and carried. So we'll move on to, there's no notices of motion on the table. Matters arising, which we have nil. Questions, general business, which we have nil. So I'll declare the meeting closed, and Do you want a break for lunch? Sorry. We'll break for lunch and we'll come back at the chair. Just 10 minutes? Oh, no, we've got to go for lunch. Yeah. Yeah, we'll go to 1. We'll come back at 1 for the last meeting. Thank you, everyone.